President Trump getting way more than a golf clap at the Ryder Cup yesterday.
But as the Trump administration hits hole-in-one after hole-in-one, Democrats seem to be falling into a sand trap with new all-time low favorability rating.
Former White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany is the host of Saturday in America, and she joins us now. It is remarkable how comfortable President Trump is in these environments.
Yeah, particularly after the threats he had, two assassination attempts. But President Trump, I always say he's an amazing president, but he is an amazing producer. This man knows how to curate moments. I mean, look at this. This is Americana. It's exciting. And now these moments mean more than ever because there's been this period of national heaviness in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And to have these moments where it's patriotism, it's America coming together, it's rallying, it's unifying, it's so good for the country. And no one knows how to create moments like this than President Trump.
I love that you brought it up into that context because it's so true. For me, the moment that stands out the most was President Trump going to the funeral of the Pope, and then all of a sudden getting a moment of this peace summit with Zelensky inside of St. Peter's Cathedral with the marble but first he kicked out Macron, took away his chair, then sat close to close in that iconic moment. You're right, he just knows how to do that. Meanwhile, the Democrats seem to just not be able to catch a break here. I mean, look at this poll here. Voters giving the lowest marks, even on left-leaning issues like gun control. You would think they would do better than they are. Look at this. Crime, Republicans plus 20, immigration plus 18. That's with all the negative press that they're trying to say it's racist and you're Nazis. Foreign conflicts plus 12, economy plus 10, corruption plus 6. And then you see Democrats really only getting a positive on the environment, and then again on women's issues, although I think crime is a women's issue, but.
Yeah, and sorry, but like no one votes on the environment or women's issues. Like those are important, sure, but the number one issues Republicans are leading on.
That's right.
Immigration, economy, only 4 issues that the Democrats lead on there. They're rudderless. And, you know, I had someone say to me, they're going to try to find a Donald Trump-like figure for 2028. But who is that? Right. I mean, I guess Mark Cuban comes to mind, but he doesn't have what Donald Trump has. They don't have a single figure unless there's someone hiding in a very dark corner that we're unaware of. They have no one.
But even if they find him, Kayleigh, what would that magical candidate campaign on? Because we see, I was just interviewing Acting Director Todd Lyons, Democrats continue to double down on this rhetoric that ICE agents are Nazis and slave patrols and they're doing kidnappings, when that is just an abject lie. That is the furthest thing from the truth, when those same lawmakers should be in Washington saying we disagree with Trump's immigration policies, so here we want to put this forward. Like, what would that magical candidate campaign on? Because if you look at that poll, I'll just point out, in the last category, they're actually asking about the threat to democracy, or I believe they put respect for democracy. That was driven, that question is asked in this poll, I would submit to you, only because the Democrats made President Trump is an existential threat to democracy as their top issue.
Yeah, that's right. And I've actually seen a poll where Republicans were leading on that a few months ago. So they really have no message. But you know this well. You bring up immigration, Griff. When I, in 2016, was looking at these issues, there was nowhere near a majority for mass deportation, for a border wall. There is now a majority support for these issues. So the left-wing candidate has this problem where they are tethered to this radical wing of the party that calls ICE slave patrols. We've heard that rhetoric. They have to have that radical left, but they have to win mainstream America. And mainstream America is now for mass deportation, border walls, and the Trump immigration policy.
You know who I think the magical candidate is? I think it's going to be Stephen A. Smith, or he's going to try.
He may try, yeah.
So we're going to be watching you the next hour. What have you got coming up?
Yes, so we are very excited. We are going to the Penn State-Oregon game with Benny Johnson. Very pumped for that. Number of other great guests. We're going to be talking about the server story, which got a little bleep on the radar this week, but we have a lot more to discuss. And government shutdown with Senator Bernie Moreno. A lot of fun. And Sam Ponder, former ESPN host. Very excited.
Nice. We love your new show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Saturday in America, half an hour from now.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, Kayleigh.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kayleigh.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.